Boo.
Oh,
Yay.
hi.
Oh, hello.
Hey. We're going to smash up and snort James's kidney stone.
Oh, well, you guys just have a good old time with that. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
Hello, Alex.
Oh, Alex.
Yo.
Hey, I think I want to learn how to kick because, I saw this video and, the kicking looked awesome. Fuck yeah, it is. Kicking's badass. It's
What's up, my homies?
Hello.
Hey, hello.
Hello. Teacher is like, you gotta figure out how to conquer your fears. So the one kid is like, I'm afraid of snakes. This giant snake shows up. Now make it ridiculous. So she turns it into a giant fucking jack-in-the-box that's about 80 billion times scarier than a stupid snake.
I'm not afraid of Jack in the Box clowns, and that scene scares the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah, Jake Busey's just getting fucked in that scene. Oh, boy.
Oh, abuse.
We all here?
I think we are.
Cool. So, last session, we did some traveling through the woods. There was a birdman that showed up. 3 days have passed without much event. What kind of things did Ibrahim get up to?
Friends, I've discovered a way to summon a celestial great ape.
Oh my god.
You feel this reverberation in the air. Reality peels back. Beyond it is a void filled with stars, beautiful colors, and gaseous clouds. And stepping out of that, you lock eyes on a star-filled, large, hairy ape.
This is Gertie, Humongous Ham's sidekick from the Heroic Tales. That's right. Everyone should be impressed with how great I am.
To Moth, then. Moth, the first morning after you wake up, you pass your hand across your head, you feel something different. Your hair is beginning to grow back.
You looking for more tallow, eh?
At some point during an evening campfire, sit around. What do you suppose those Imperial dogs are doing about that dead soldier, that blue melty boy? Baron Osander did say his father was a man of some import.
Imperial dogs. They're probably drinking the mush and cackling about it in a ditch somewhere.
More likely they're following some rubes to pin it on.
Max has gone to bed. She has a almost fully grown human inside of her.
Oh my god. Not a baby?
Well, fully grown in the sense that
Get that guy out of
fully
there.
gestated.
A fully baked pie, yes.
That's a good analogy for life. Is that you're a pie when you're born, and just people take slices out of you for the rest of your life until you're all.
Cool.
Okay. So the next day dawns. Girder is now, you've seen him do a few times, changes into the form of a crow and takes off, flittering up ahead of the party. Berdan, suddenly you hear something. Brother, how fare thee? Has Moth fallen? Be brief in your reply. You know this voice. You haven't heard it in a while, but that's the voice of Euramont.
Moth is here. We approach Grimstar shortly. Where are you?
Seek out the miller in Dawn's Breach. Up ahead of the party as you are scouting ahead, you notice motion not far up ahead from where the party is.
Could I scope it out a little better?
You're able to make out what look like two individuals in tarnished and torn Imperial garb.
I'll fly over the party and give a couple caws. I'll say, hey, Moth, there's some Imperials up there.
The second you say Imperials, he's pulling his wand and he's just trudging with purpose. I'm just gonna walk up there and light that entire place on fire. Step forth and state your purpose, or forever leave this world.
You see one individual brandishing a dagger stand up out of the bush and turn and start bolting away from you across the field. The other one stands up immediately and puts his hands up. He doesn't even have a weapon on him. He's completely unarmed. We're just looking to survive.
Moth's gonna scoff and say, half-rate cut purse, and then he's gonna point his wand.
Maybe Haas will apply a gentle hand, not trying to restrain him, but implying that it is a time for restraint.
Berdan's going to approach him and ask, "Why did you lay in wait here?"
His eyes linger on your shield for a second. I won't give him up. You can take me back.
Who?
You're not bounty hunters then?
No, merely adventurers on our way to Grimstar. What were you doing out
Grimstar.
here?
Run away. Fort Basanthe. Ruins. Taken by the Hobbs. Is what you...
way.
Perhaps something to do with that sleeping king the orcs made reference to.
If you're not going to turn me in for the reward, then can I press my luck and ask if you could spare some food for me and my brethren?
If those hobbies and beasties have taken a military garrison, they must be a great force. There could be a strange coup occurring in these lands.
Pleading with Berdan at this point. Please, we're hungry, sir.
I will feed you. I have some owlbear meat I can share with you.
You fat fool! If you feed him, he'll never leave. He'll simply demand more until he takes and rapes what he needs and wants. He'll tell his compatriots and they'll come in force. We'll have no choice but to wipe them out.
We're barely surviving.
The last fool who hung along to us turned into goo. You don't want to be goo, boy.
Ibrahim starts ruffling through his bag, trying to find some old meat.
Moth's gonna stamp away from the proceedings.
And now that this guy's supplicating himself in front of Ibrahim, Haas is going to casually pat him down and rough him up, looking for tobacco.
You actually find a small pouch that has a pipe in it. Pipe is broken, but he does have about 2 days worth of tobacco left in it.
Yeah.
So we're the muggers.
Good, yes. Take everything he has.
The vices of the body are a fine thing indeed.
Wow.
Moth is looking at the pathetic cur, walks towards him and gives him a really hard jab in the breastbone. Where do you come from? Where did your friend run off to? How many other are you? How long have you been stalking this country? Answer me.
It's a lot. It's a lot of questions. I'm sorry. A camp down the way, and he points down the hill in the direction that his friend ran. Nothing to eat, no supplies. We took off with nothing. Ran from the battle.
Couldn't even die at your post.
He breaks his head out of your hand and turns and starts running.
Look, the quarry. It wants to be chased.
Let him go, Moth.
He's stalking after him for sure.
You didn't finish your owlbear.
Haas is going to lean in and say, are we really just going to let Moth annihilate that fellow? If these beasties could rout the soldiers in the fort, could be worth knowing more about.
Ibrahim's ears are going to perk up at the word annihilate. He hadn't really considered the consequences. He's going to kind of look up and be like, oops, and jump on the back of the ape and start running.
You can see where Moth has made no attempt to try and cover his tracks. He's just moving forward. You find two crudely constructed wooden palisades out of scavenged trees in the area, lean-tos thrown together with brush and crudely hacked branches. You just kind of take in this crudely thrown together refugee camp. A group of about 8 soldiers are pressed together. Moth's wand is up and is ready to fire.
Stop, friend! This is not our way!
He barks a really harsh laugh. Not our way. Not our way. What do you know of their ways? They're raping and pillaging and burning. They'll roll over the entire world if we give them a chance.
These men have done us no harm, and it's not our place to pass judgment on them.
You're wrong. Dead wrong.
Ibrahim's going to try and leap and grab his wand arm.
With Ibrahim pulling down on your arm, the fireball arcs off in a bit of a different direction than you were hoping. There's basically a bright, blinding flash of light. Both of you are thrown backwards. Basically, a nuke goes off. Both of you are thrown back by the force of the explosion. When the dust settles and you're both able to look up, there's a crater in the ground. There's small flames licking at the edges of the dried wood that's left over from it.
Yeah, holy shit. Seeing
Were
this
we able to
from...
see the explosion?
I would think so.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
See, feel,
Yeah, Haas
Yeah.
books ass towards the explosion.
Yeah, Verdan will make his way down there.
There's a bright flash, and then a millisecond later, this cacophonous explosion and a force of wind that pushes past you. Pitch will follow you. Or are you going to go along too?
Oh yeah.
What kind of monster are you?
I'll avenge all of them.
Ibrahim and Moth sort of entangled on each other. There's blood running out of both of their ears. This absolute scene of destruction.
Verdan's going to give them a once-over visually before walking down into the crater.
Some fucking army or another will be on us for sure now.
All this for some starving cowards.
I think he's finally been possessed by the evil. I don't think there's anything left of Moth. He's speaking in tongues.
He is not possessed by evil, but by vengeance.
I know something of vengeance. That is not vengeance. That is pure evil.
Hey, Girder, where's Hootie?
Starting with you.
We should get moving.
Ibrahim's going to stand up and begin casting Divine Sense to detect the presence of evil.
Standing in the same place as Moth, there is a larger, darker shadow being that seems to envelop him, and it seems to be emanating from the satchel that Moth carries at his side.
I was right.
Well, we'll deal with that later.
Evil will not wait for later.
What will you do, Paladin? Will you cure him the way he cured those cowards?
Oh my god.
What do you say for yourself, Moth? How do you explain this dark presence that I see around you? And I see it. I see it everywhere.
Moth's, he's like, what? Why can you not celebrate the squashing of vermin? The Empire is a disease consuming this land. I will destroy it.
Listen to the words that you're saying.
You see Moth shake his head once or twice, eyes roll back, and he just collapses down to the ground.
Poor little twig. Haas will chuck him onto his shoulders.
You realize that a light rain has begun to fall. Pitch looks up. Quite the day.
I'll say. Pork rind?
That's where we'll leave it for the evening as you guys continue on your way towards Grimstar.
Bossa Nova?
Awesome. Thanks, James.
Chevy Nova?
Bossa Nova.
Good game, guys.
Good game.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, James.
The quality of the gorilla, like the zoom on the gorilla looking through the bushes.
Jesus Christ.